Hey guys, so I'm gonna throw a video together real quick here. I'm at the shop getting my car looked at, so I got some time to put something together. I was on the treadmill this morning I'm on the treadmill for about an hour every day. So I got time to think while I'm on the treadmill, and I wanted to put this together because while I was on the treadmill this morning, I thought of a scenario that I want to present to you guys and see if it makes sense to you. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, we all have a wardrobe full of clothes, right? Those clothes are put there by us. Unless you're a guy who's got a really assertive wife, I mean, you still have a choice to wear those clothes or to say yay or nay for the most part, right? Regardless of that, I'm under the assumption that we all are responsible for the clothes in our closet, all right? So those clothes in our closet are there by choices. We made a decision to create that wardrobe, right? It was intentional. We put them there, and then we wear them every day, or we wear those clothes on a daily basis, I should say, right? So why would our wardrobe be any different than the circumstances in our life? Like, I didn't create your circumstances, you didn't create mine. I am responsible for creating my circumstances with the decisions and choice and beliefs that I made, right? So the same thing with the clothes. We make a decision to go in our closet every day, find something, put it on, wear it, and go out in the real world with that as our attire for the day. The same thing up here is that when we make a decision every day to do or not to do something, we're still making a choice. You know, choosing not to choose is still a choice. So we're still creating and supporting our current circumstances every single day of our life. Now, I'm not going to say that everything we do is deliberately, but also choose wisely, because that which you love and hate, you hold in your heart. So you cannot not like something and have it not be a part of you, right? So the choices you're making are coming from you. You are creating those choices. You are creating the circumstances of your life. So I want to present that to you. I want to ask you, how do you feel about it? Is that a pretty good analogy of how we are creating our circumstances? I can't look at my circumstances and be pissed off about it and then say, well, who's responsible for my circumstances? I chose this. I made the decisions to create those circumstances in my life. I can't hold you responsible for that. I'm responsible for that. Does that make sense? So by creating the circumstances and then getting pissed off at them is the same thing as saying, I'm fucking depressed, I can't stand how I feel. Well, I'm talking to you like I talk to myself. I had to get my brain's attention, right? And I'm not really talking to you, I'm talking to what was trying to destroy me and talking to what's trying to destroy or kill you. That's what I'm getting at. That's who I'm really speaking directly to that part of you that has you feeling like shit by looking at your current circumstances and saying, I don't feel well, I don't like them, I am depressed. Well, you can't continue looking at what you have and expect to get anything differently. Like when the guy goes to the free throw line, you know, you got the NBA guy at the free throw line, you think he's looking at the basket saying, man, I don't want to miss. No, he's saying, I want to make this fucking shot. You can't look at what you don't want and then get pissed off that it's still there. You see what I'm saying? So what I did and what I'm suggesting, and I'd love to hear back from you how this is working, and you can't give it one day and say it's not working. Give it some time. You know, let it run its course, because right now you have momentum going in one direction. You got to slow that momentum down and create something different. Make space for the good you desire. Create a space for what you want. Okay, but stop looking at your current circumstances and saying, I don't want to live like this anymore. Take your vision to something bigger. Now, I talked about this in a lot of other videos. So what did I do? I created an image in my mind of a person free from depression and anxiety. All right, I didn't look at myself and say, oh, I hate how I feel, I want to change it. No, okay, I did hate how I felt, but I had to get out of this and look at something bigger, and that bigger picture I had in my mind was me free from anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation. It was a life of emotional fucking freedom. That's what I wanted. And that's what I want for you. So how do you get that? Focus on something bigger. Now, I told you in my other videos, what I did is I focused on the miracle of life, right? So the fact that you're listening to this video, the fact that that sperm hit the egg is miraculous. You know, I talked about the process of life, how we start in liquid form, and there's 30 or 40 million to 400 million sperm, and 90% of those are deformed, and millions don't make it. And here you are, you survived. You're the sperm that hit the egg, and here you fucking are as a miracle in God's highest form of creation. Put that up here. Okay, take your focus off this and put it up there. Take it off your current circumstances, putting in something bigger that you almost can't even fucking fathom, because that's gonna get your mind off of what you're focused on right now. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? Elevate it. Elevate yourself to a higher level of living. You have to ascend to a higher level of living by taking your focus off what you are currently in right now. Okay? So when you focus up there and say, oh shit, I'm pretty special. You know, if you take what I said, go on YouTube and put in the interesting facts about sperm. Go ahead, put it in there, and it'll blow your mind on the odds of you actually making it and being here as a creation, one of God's highest forms of creation on earth. Okay? That is a fascinating idea. And I couldn't look at my current circumstances and say, I want another car, I want another relationship, I want another house, I want more money. It was just a cycle. I've done all that before, and it was leading me nowhere and feeling empty inside. So elevate it to something bigger, place your attention on something bigger than the situation. I got to the point where I was like, man, I love the idea of that. What I was really doing, I was changing my focus, right? And creating new brain cells, neuroplasticity, neural pathways, and that new feeling hit my brain and said, this is my new norm. I am no longer feeling like shit every fucking day because I have a bigger vision of my life. When you have a bigger vision of life, understand that not who you are, but what you are. Again, I'm getting your mind off of what you're currently looking at. Focus on something bigger and elevate yourself. Now, when you say I can overcome depression, anxiety, you're damn right you can. You're looking at somebody who did. I'm on the other side of it now. 0 meds, 0 anxiety, 0 depression, 0 doctors. Why? I changed what was going on in here. You have to take responsibility. I created the fucking depression. I created it. Now, I'm not saying it was completely conscious choices, but I can only blame ignorance for so long. You see, ignorance created the situation, but self-knowledge created a better situation, right? We can only blame ignorance for so long. When I'm giving you everything I got, and now it's on you to use it, you can't say, well, I didn't know any better. Now you know what you need to do, right? And how you can get your mind off of what it's currently on. So you focus on something bigger, and then you say, now, I'm a miracle in God's highest form of all creation. I'm a supernatural being having a supernatural experience, living a life of infinite possibilities and unlimited potential. Now, by saying that, you're going to start believing it. You're not going to say it all of a sudden, oh, okay, no, it's not going to happen that quickly. Say it. You know how many times I've actually said that affirmation? Several thousand times over the last several years. And that there comes a point after saying it for so long, your brain says, I like how this feels. No. If you're lucky enough to have an addictive personality like myself, I just rechannel that energy. Remember, energy is never created or destroyed, it just changes form. So instead of channeling my addictive personality towards self-destruction, I channeled it to something much better and more productive and enhancing my quality of life. How? Because now I got a taste of how good this felt of realizing that I'm a miracle in God's highest form of all creation. The miracle of life is fucking fascinating. So now I believe, my brain says, oh yeah, shit, that's pretty special. That's pretty fucking amazing. Now, listen, now the depression starts to weaken and the rumination starts to quiet, slow down. It shuts the fuck up, eventually shuts up, right? There's whispers here and there, but it's not as loud as it used to be yelling in your face and your fucking head all night long. You can't sleep. It's quiet down. It's quiet time. And then when it comes up, you just go like this. You brush it off. It's bullshit. It doesn't affect you anymore like it used to fuck with you. It's done. It's over, okay? You're gonna be here. You're gonna be exactly where I'm at right now if you stick with this. Stay continuous. Stay consistent, all right? Now, you've been elevated to a higher level of living. And you take the addictive personality, if you have one, rechannel that energy. Now, instead of having a rumination, I have obsessive, a positive self-talk. My self-talk is amazing now. Like I've done it so many times, I've said it so many times, it's really like automated now. Like I literally get up in the morning and first thing I say is thank you God for the super amazing blessings of this super amazing day. I don't have to think about it. My brain is programmed now to say that and my body believes it. So that's what I'm getting to you at with all these videos. I want you to be here. I want you to be on the other side of what you're going through. And the only way I can do that was you hit me back and DM me, like, subscribe. You know the deal. Let me know how it's hitting your ears. Are you feeling it? Is there anything specific you want me to share with you? I've been through some nasty shit, but I'm on the other side of it now, giving you everything I got like an open book. What we all want is emotional freedom, right? When I had the gun, looking this strange in the mirror saying, is this how it ends? I didn't really want to kill myself. I wanted the feeling to end, right? If you're going through some nasty, heavy shit like I was, you know what I'm talking about. Like you want to get out of this body. And at the time, suicide felt like the only way I was ever going to get relief from the pain and suffering I was dealing with on a minute by minute basis every fucking day. I had enough. I literally had enough. But underneath all of that, I want the same thing you wanted. I wanted the same thing you want. Emotional freedom. I just want to be free from that pain and suffering. And when I made that, when I declared that as my deliberate intention, everything began to change. Everything, I started feeling a shift. Again, no, it wasn't overnight. Didn't happen like that, like I would like it to. Mr. Impatient here had to really go through the process, right? But, excuse me, I wouldn't trade what I went through for anything. No, I would never wish it on anybody. And I say that with all sincerity. And I would never want to go through it again. It was a total mind fuck. At the same time, I wouldn't trade it. Because now being on the other side of it, I'm depression free, anxiety free, zero medication. But the biggest win of the entire experience is the amount of emotional freedom that I experience on a daily basis cannot be described with ordinary words. It literally is at a supernatural level. And that's what I want for you. And I'm 100% confident that if you change your focus and at least give what I'm sharing with you some consideration, right? And if it feels right to you, put it into action and see watch the results show up in your life. So be specific with me. Share some details with me of what you're going through, and let me see if I can share some insight with you and see if it relates to some experiences I've had in my lifetime going through this depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, debilitating depression, paralyzing anxiety that's brought me to the floor more times than I can count, into more emergency rooms than I care to remember. Darkness, suffered for years, suicidal ideation. So I get it. It's not fun. But I can tell you something, it can and will get better, okay? DM, message, hit me back, and I want you through the entire process, listen here, through the entire process, through your new journey, I want you to be conscious of every breath you take and be grateful for every breath you take through the entire journey. Start with that, because listen, one day, your next breath will be your very last breath. So enjoy the journey. I know it doesn't seem possible. It may not seem possible for you right now, but it is 1000% possible. Okay, start small. Start with the breath. And then I want you to dream your life and then live that dream. And in the process, be fucking bold. You can do this. You got this. See you in the next video.